What was it like being there? And what happened next? Forest had Clough. And up on Scotland's freezing northeast coast, Aberdeen had Sir Alex. The oil boom of the early 80s changed this place forever. The timing was perfect. Ferguson blew into Pittodrie, demanding, inspirational and with something to prove. And suddenly, the city had a football club too, that was good enough to take on the world.
I arrived here before the oil, and it was very much a fishing port, lots of farming, and a municipal football team. The oil came mid-70s, and then all of a sudden the whole, the oil boom started, and the whole place just changed. Not quite overnight, but all of a sudden you saw the American accent became quite popular. I was working in a hotel and met some of the pioneers of the oil industry here in Aberdeen, and it really did change. The football club was still very much an up and down club at that point.
Alan Ferguson, many congratulations winning the Scottish Cup for the second year, but it was close.
The luckiest team in the world. They were a disgrace of performance.
Were you surprised by the way that Rangers played?
Miller McLeish won a cup for Aberdeen. Miller McLeish played Rangers themselves. A disgrace of performance. They're okay and winning cups doesn't matter. Their standards have been set long ago, and we're not going to accept that from any Aberdeen team.
He was driven, and you have to go along with him, or you're left at the side. There's only one boss when he walked in, so he did bring out the best and the worst in you.
I say to the young players when they arrive at Pittodrie, think of McLeish and Miller, Leighton, McMaster, Cooper, Simpson, Black, all produced by the club and all internationalists. It's magnificent.
In and away. Okay, protect the end. Next second ball, and you come, John! Well done, Sid!
He made you believe you were a good player because you're going along the corridor and he goes, how's my best and favourite midfield player? And shake your hand and you're going, but you're a chess all over. Yeah. It was years later I'm having a chat with Neil Cooper and he goes, he used to say that to me as well. He made sure that we were strong, mentally, and nobody was going to knock us off our perch.
There was almost an arrogance that came out of the city in the sense that, Stuart Cosgrove, the broadcaster, refers to the fact that Aberdonians during that period almost saw themselves as superior to other people. But, everything seemed possible in those days. And the fact that Aberdeen could, even then, go and beat Real Madrid in a European final, we almost took it for granted towards the end of that period.
Aberdeen FC become Europe's #1 club. Maybe, just maybe, the best football team in the world. And then, well, Ferguson goes. The oil price starts to do what the oil price does. And it doesn't happen overnight, but slowly, things start to come apart at the seams. How do you get your head round that? That the greatest football club on earth isn't the greatest anymore. Not even the greatest in Scotland. And deep down you know, it's never going to be quite like it was ever again.
You fast forward to the early 2000s, I remember we'd been beaten by Bohemians of Ireland under Eb Skovdal, and one of the papers had compared where we were in Europe. We'd gone from #1 to, I think it was number 672, so you can never be too complacent in football, but I would like to think we're on the way back up in terms of European rankings again.
As players now, when you look at it and you see these sort of legends and that, when you look at the walls and stuff, it does make you sit up and take notice, and it makes you feel like it's a big club, because it is a big club, and I think it hasn't been where it should have been over the years, but now I think we're starting to get that good kind of feeling come back again.
Look, the club isn't about to rule Europe again anytime soon, but there are still cups to be won, and why wouldn't the city still want to feel proud of its team? You know, Aberdeen might just be the greyest place I've ever been. I don't mean grey boring, I don't mean grey dull, I mean the colour grey. The sky, the North Sea, the granite that every single building in the place is made of. But then a big game of Pittodrie, and it's red. Red, like the city catches fire.
What success is for Aberdeen now in European terms is not what it was in 1983, and nor will that come back. But at the same time, I do sense an inner confidence about the club and about the city that means that we can compete with the very best in Scotland.
And remember the great nights they've enjoyed along the way.